And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Mayfield.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Chubb running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team, and now hit on those selections.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. Drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet. Don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. Mayfield on play action. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on a deep ball. Boy, curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Mayfield to throw it. Again, he's got that man Landry. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
61 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's McKenna. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought down just outside.
To watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. That catch good for only a couple.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Butker's kick here is good. And they will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. A first down throw for Mayfield.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 35.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They go draw play to McKinnon. And he will take it on. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. So on 3rd down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work. Like, what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it. And in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Browns' drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Odell Beckham Jr. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Callaway, the return man.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Oh, look at the Jew. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one in.
Around the NFL. We begin up in East Rutherford, the season opener pitting Denver against Big Blue. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. In the game you're watching, it's been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Callaway, the return man.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Mike Rimmer's right tackle called for the infraction.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.